Morning, Samantha.
Morning.
Morning. Nice to see you.
Lend us a fiver.
Can you lend me one?
Are you? I mean, did the newspapers get this right?
No, it's not true.
Oh.
But, I mean, obviously, you know, I've been working in the business for 10 years. I'm not poor as such, but it was a magazine called Business Age magazine, and they just assumed that they took a lot of stars in Britain and worked out how many years they've been in the business and how much you get paid for certain things. And that's an assumption
so
they come up with.
estimated it? That's
they
all
estimated
did.
5.5 million, yeah. And I mean, if I had £10, everybody who asked me to lend them a fiver, I would be by now.
So your bank manager was as surprised as you were then?
Yeah, and the tax man, I suppose.
Oh no!
he doesn't do you any favours, that's for sure.
Yeah. You've not done badly though.
No,
I mean,
of course not. No.
No. So, so I mean, the other thing the papers picked up is if she's worth all this money, why does she still live in this semi in Wood Green?
Yeah, I mean that really annoys me. Why shouldn't I live in a £70,000 flat? What is wrong with that, you know? And they called it a dump. How do they know? They've never even been in it. I actually bought that flat when I first left home with the first money that I ever earned. Yeah. And I always kept it. It was right by my old school. And it was always, I suppose, a dream that when I left school, I'm going to live near here because all my friends did. And it was empty for 4 years. And I bought a house, which I'm trying to sell, which a lot of people at the moment are trying to sell houses. Yeah. Because of the recession, and I don't particularly want to live in the house while people are coming in and out and looking at it.
You mean
it's yours, is it?
Yours,
you know. Yeah. And so I'm staying in my flat, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe the reason, one of the other reasons they assume that you're worth so much, and as you say, you are worth a bob or two, is that you clearly, you don't spend your money sort of unwisely. You've obviously husbanded all these sort of, dare I say it, assets.
Yeah, I mean, for example, you know, I invest in property. I have a property abroad and a couple of homes in England, but I also like to spend my money on my family, you know, like my grandparents, I bought them a home. I look after my mum and dad and my sister and people who I love, and money's not to be hoarded and, you know, counted. And it's to enjoy, and it doesn't really worry me that much. I've got all in life what I really want now, and whether you know, it doesn't really matter to me that much.
How old are you now?
26 now.
20, God, just 26.
You've done all
just 26.
And you started modelling, what, is it 10 years ago?
Yeah.
So you were 16.
Yeah, it'll be... I guess I've been famous in January for 10 years, and I will be having a big party for that. Yeah. How I survived, I don't know.
You like being famous?
It's a way of life for me. I came straight out of school, and I was famous. I was famous at school. My picture appeared on the front page of the newspaper on the Sunday, and I had to go and do my O-levels on the Monday.
Oh, God!
And I was famous in school, and there I was in the sixth form common room with... all the boys throwing darts and things like that. It wasn't very nice. But they couldn't believe it. I was covered up for years at school because I was so shy. And then one day, I don't know what happened to me. I just went, like that.
Why? You were shy because you were a big girl, basically?
Well, I was shy because I developed all of a sudden. It was a big shock. It was like more or less like I woke up different. I really did. I really did.
You discovered you couldn't roll over in bed the next morning?
No, I always sleep on my stomach anyway. That doesn't hurt. Just 3 pillows.
I bet all the girls at school hated you, didn't they? On that day, in 19, whatever it was?
Well, actually, a lot of my girlfriends, they left in the 5th form. They didn't stay on to the 6th form, and I wanted to stay on for further education. And my best friend at school at that time was Anne Mole, and she worked in a motor spare shop down the road. And it was the son who went, because they wouldn't get no hope from my headmaster in my school. It was like the photographer went in it. He had a Mac on and everything, typical. Yeah. And they said, we don't know where she is. I was at home revising that day. So one of my friends went, Cheryl, I know her phone number. That was Anne Mole, who worked down this shop, you know, part-time during her exams. And she rang me up at home and I didn't believe her. And that was it. I was whipped into the studio that day and given a 4-year contract by the Sun.
Have you had to fight a lot of resentment along the way, Sam? I mean, when you announced that you weren't going to do any more topless modelling, for the time being anyway, because I know it's still a possibility, and you were going to become a pop star, which you succeeded in doing. I remember reading at the time a lot of, well, she can't have both. I mean, she can't just think she's a page 3 girl 1 minute and be a pop star the next. Did you find that annoying?
Yeah, it is annoying, really. It's very small-minded, really, that people think that you've only got one talent. From age of 5, I went to stage school, where I learnt to sing and I learnt to be, I suppose, a bit show busy. Yeah. You know, it's something, I mean, you're born with it, right? But then by going to stage school, they just bring it out of you a little bit more and give you that extra confidence. But it was always, you know, I always just wanted to be famous, and I just wanted to be famous. You know?
Well,
Good for you
in
for
I just
your-
admitting
wanted to
it.
do it.
In your years as a model, you've seen a fair amount of controversy. I mean, I think all girls who sort of model topless
Yeah.
have to go through all that. I mean, what Claire Short said, what various people have said.
Yeah.
Has that ever bothered you at all?
I've always steered clear of any programmes of things like that or getting into heavy discussions about it, because obviously there are a certain amount of women and men who don't agree with it. They think it's a way of degrading women, but I think, you know, if for example somebody forced me to take my top off, fine. It's what's the word? It's
Voluntary.
yeah, I did it voluntary, and I think the Sun page for his. I drew the line. I didn't do certain other. I always had a smile on my face, put it that way.
I know what you're saying, yeah.
And if I pose with a snooker stick, I had to do it properly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I
If
know
we
what you're
did,
saying.
oh, it's snooker week in the Sun, you didn't do anything tacky.
Yeah.
You had to look like the girl next door with an unusual figure, I suppose. Not the normal sort of
it's
girl
inter-
next door figure.
Yeah, but it's interesting, isn't it? That, I mean, we got the Chippendales now in this country and all the other
It's
groups.
changed a lot, I think,
Yeah.
since
But you
when I
don't get a
started.
debate saying that they are indecent or that they shouldn't be displaying their
Yeah.
pecs and their tea bags and all the rest
And
of it.
they're doing it voluntary, and the women love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Same
you
as
don't tend to get them on page 3 of...
They're page
tabloid
7
newspapers.
fellas,
Yeah,
aren't
because
they?
you do want to look. I mean, it's not really the. Oh, I don't know. I
Go
can't really
on.
say this. A man can't really go nude on page 3, and
No.
you know, a pair of pecs is a pair of pecs. Well, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should see why Samantha
Whereas
is
boobs-
joining us in our phone in later on. She's a fearless and frank girl. Listen, what you're doing now, I mean, you've had your sort of your record thing. You've got something else coming out, haven't you? And you've
I've
got
had a
plans-
year off, really, more or less, this
Yeah.
year. I sat at Christmas. I came back from a tour, which was quite strenuous, away from home for quite a lot of months. And I just sat down. I thought, God, I haven't sat down and thought about my life since I left school. I've just been buzzing around for so long.
And what conclusions have you reached about your life?
That I'm not going to do so much travelling anymore. And I spent so much more time with my family this year, and like not seeing my sister growing up, it's just so nice to be around them. And I think now I'm going to think a bit more about what I'm going to do. Before I used to put all my eggs in one basket.
Stop modelling, do the singing. Yeah.
And I was offered movies at the time when I was on tour singing, which were great movies, and I couldn't do them because I was on tour.
Yeah.
So I want to try and plan and structure my career a bit more.
Didn't you actually audition for a role that Madonna eventually
Yeah, Dick
played?
Tracy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she
Breathless
got...
Mahoney.
Right, yeah. I wasn't going out with him, was I?
Well, he doesn't know what he missed. What do you think about all this Madonna stuff? Does it shock you, the
the
very
book?
sexually
It shocks me how
explicit-
much stick I took.
Yeah.
But you're talking about, you know, 10 years ago I was the first 16 topless, you know,
Yeah.
in the paper. I took so much stick from people, and then when I made records called Touch Me, the BBC wouldn't play the video just because of a hole in my jeans. I really feel, you know, I wish I'd got away with what she can
Yeah.
get away with.
Well,
I really do.
well,
And I admire her.
Well, she's older than you. She's about
Yeah,
what?
36.
She's 36. She's got a decade on you. And you've said in the past that you might do some topless spreads again. You
Yeah,
might do.
I'd like to
would
do
you, Would
some-
you go that far? Would you? Suppose a really good book offer came along and they said,
No, not
do,
that
do a
far
British Madonna.
posing
No.
with, you know...
Skinhead lesbians.
Yes,
and all
no
that.
thank you. No, I mean, I have fantasies, but none of them are about people like that.
That's more the stuff I
Maybe
nightmares.
skinhead men, but not...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been talking about your family a lot. Now, your dad used to manage you, didn't he? He
Yeah.
used to look after you. And then you dropped him, and you've got a separate... Now, why was that? Did you not get on? Was
No,
it causing tensions in the family?
No, I think it came to a time, like, it's been a long time, and I'm an international star now. I'm very well known in America and well, the rest of Europe. My dad now has a little baby, and he has another life now, and I can't expect him to, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
to give me all his time. So now, yeah, I'm looking for a new manager, actually. I know, it's funny. I've interviewed 3 or 4, and it's just very difficult to trust.
Yes.
It's the trust thing I had with my dad, and it's just so difficult.
Well, because they're looking after your money. And
Yeah,
everything,
I'm
aren't
going to
they?
make sure I look after my own in that, but...
Yes, I'm sure you will. All right, well, listen, we're going to see you later on in the phone-in,
Yeah.
giving
Thanks,
us
Vanessa.
the benefit of your wisdom on what you think makes the right
Yeah.
kind of man, a real man. OK,
Okay.
thanks for now, Sam.
You're welcome.